All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley apparently can't agree on whether or not a story about Eddie Van Halen is true or not. Simmons believes that Eddie Van Halen wanted out of Van Halen because he was unhappy about David Lee Roth and his behavior. And there were a lot of substances lying around, just random substances. I don't know what they were, but apparently they were affecting these guys to the point where they couldn't communicate. They weren't working well together, and even musically speaking, things weren't really just flowing. This was back in like 1982. Um, Simmons, who says that he went out to lunch with Eddie Van Halen, and Eddie basically said, "Hey, can I join Kiss?" And Simmons says, "No, you're not going to be happy in Kiss. I talked him out of it." Keep in mind that Gene Simmons takes credit for discovering Van Halen, and I guess it's true. I don't know. I guess it's true. But Paul Stanley, who is one of these guys who has been in the news constantly on various platforms. He's got some kind of deal because he's always being talked about. He's got this Soul Station band, which, again, not sure why Paul Stanley is doing soul music. There are so many amazing artists out there who are either creating new soul music to listen to or can certainly do this format better than Paul. But hey, this is a lot of older rock stars or rock stars that run out of gas. They start doing covers of things because either they can't figure out, how to create something new and interesting for people. And they figure, hey, I'll do an album of covers because I'm not creative enough to come up with new material at this stage in my career. And yeah, people want to hear me, Paul Stanley, singing, the Temptations or something, which is just mind blowing. But maybe the hardcore fans, just for the novelty of it, want to hear that. In any event, Paul Stanley says, no, Eddie did not join Kiss. Eddie apparently went to the studio. He was blowing off some steam. And that was pretty much it. So again, who knows? Does it really matter at this point? No. Now that Eddie's gone, everybody wants to tell a story about Ed. Some of them are probably embellished to some degree. I mean, we are talking about a legend here. His name is Edward Van Halen. And what we ought to be doing is just loving on all this great music he left us. And also maybe checking out the new album by his son, Wolfgang Van Halen. A little bit different than what Ed would do, but still interesting nonetheless. And at least gives you some new material to digest rather than old soul music sung by a guy who probably shouldn't be singing it. Just saying. I mean, soul music to me is like some of the best music. And somebody comes along and they just say, hey, I can do this. And vocally speaking, nobody's going to, equate Paul Stanley with soul music. I don't think. But again, if you say it over and over enough times, maybe people will start to believe it. Hey, this guy's great. Does he sound horrible doing it? No. But if you're going to tackle this sacred catalog like that, you gotta have some, pipes. You gotta have the right vocal capabilities, and I'll leave that up to you to figure out.